Hello Terra Novo Lyceum and hello world. I'm your host Alva, and today we're going to be drawing cards from the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise Lynn. Now we're big Denise Lynn fans here at the Terra Novo. Always get really great readings from her decks. So before we get started, let's go ahead and take a nice deep cleansing breath in. We're just coming off that full moon from last week. It was pretty intense. So let's see what the universe has to prop us up with this week. It's kind of a joke, really, but no, seriously, it's been kind of tough the past couple of weeks. So let's see if we get some nice, clear messages. And of course, I'm sitting here showing you the back of the deck again because it's just this beautiful purple mandala. So let's see what the universe has for us. Specifically, February 21st. 22nd and 23rd, since we're doing multiple card bi-weekly readings now. Okay, one out. And, okay, one more. Oh, and a third. Okay, so what we got here, folks. Okay, so this is looking like, again, I've not come up with any better words. It looks like a domino reading where one thing sort of leads into the other, leads into the other. Again, I hesitate to say this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because it never really quite feels that way. So, and it's very similar actually to our message from last week. So our first card is Fogged In, and it says go slow, take time. This doesn't mean not to move forward. It just means moving forward with caution. Okay, very similar again to last week when we're sort of told, hey, everything's going to happen in spring. Right now we're still in winter. Do winter things in winter and do spring things in spring. This feels like, hey, we're moving forward. It's a little slow. We can't quite see what's ahead. But that's okay. Because when you take time to be in the present, you're not worried about the past. You're not looking forward to the future. You're just right here, right now. And sometimes you're right here, right now because you can't really look forward to the future or see what's ahead. That's okay. Then you can take your time, look around, and you're not going to miss lessons that are right here with you right now because you're worried about, well, what do I need to be learning, a month from now? What do I need to be doing 2 months from now? What's going to happen 6 months from now? Okay, so this really feels like slow down, but don't stop. Take your time. Pay attention to what's going on around you right now. Attend to those things. I mean, the future gets here when it gets here, right? So, yeah, go slow, take time. Take time to be present. Take time to look around you. Take time to appreciate the blessings that you have around you right now. Take time in nature if you can. I know right now in the U.S. we're kind of in the winter, right? And most of Europe, still cool weather. But it's also, there's still, it's not quite planting time. There are some things that you would go ahead and get in the ground now. If you didn't get in the ground back in November. That's something else too about seeds. I just want to use this as sort of a take it as a metaphor for whatever you need to take it as a metaphor about. Some seeds you have to plant in wintertime or when the weather gets cold because it needs to be in the cold ground to incubate. It's like it literally will not grow, will not come up unless it has been in the cold earth over winter for months. Okay, there are certain plants, vegetables, flowers, they're not going to grow. They won't grow in the summer. Okay, they have to incubate during the winter and come up in the spring. There's some things in our life that are like that too. And of course, all this leads to, hooray, transformation. And I like how this kind of goes together. I don't know if I can get both of these in here at the same time, but it says, go slowly, take time, a fresh new way of living emerges. So it's almost like that makes us a whole sentence there, right? So transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. Okay, there's a phoenix. And we can use phoenix for the metaphor, or we can use a butterfly. A butterfly, before it becomes a butterfly, is a worm, right? A caterpillar, and then it literally turns into goo. Like, it is just mushy up goo that has no form, nothing. It's slime. And then it turns into a butterfly, right? The phoenix gets old, dies, and burns up. It is ash. Ash, again, no form. It's just ash, just a pile of dust. And then out of that comes a phoenix. So again, if we're moving slowly and taking our time to look around and taking time to let things incubate and develop, then we have transformation. Okay, reading last week happens in spring. I think this is sort of a have faith message. It's like, you may not know what's going on right now. You may be ashes. You may be goo. You may have no form. You may have no plans. You may not know how things are going to work out. It's okay. You are transforming. Okay? And up until the time, up until you actually emerge from the chrysalis or rise from the ashes, it's going to look a little dire, a little concerning. Have faith. Transformation is happening right now. Again, the little seed, we've put it in there. It's frozen in the earth. Is it dead? No, it's not dead. It needs to be in the earth. Okay? You need to be in the chrysalis. You need to burn up. Whichever thing that you need to use, the metaphor, like I said, about, that's what's happening. A new, fresh way of living emerges. So the old falls away. New beginnings. Again, springtime, right? We heard that last week. Spring. Things are changing, and it's not just, again, outwardly with nature. I think our lives, there's a lot of stuff falling away, folks. Let it. Let it. You don't need it. You don't need it anymore. Something better's coming. The universe is providing for us something better. Okay? Something better. And then, of course, these little nebulous cards. Journey by Moonlight. Of course, there's a full moon. Yay. That one in Leo was pretty intense. But it says believe in magic. Okay? And we had something very similar to that again last week. The sort of, your wishes are being granted. Things are coming true. And again, it feels like we're in a slow period. Things are going to transform. Things are going to bloom. Springtime is on its way. And in the meantime, believe, right? Believe in magic. Know that what you're wanting it's coming true. It's happening. I almost feel like this is also a little bit of a use your imagination card a little bit. It's a Journey by Moonlight. That does seem like a lot of magic, but it also seems a lot like daydreaming a little bit. Like you're taking a journey in your mind. So maybe visualization. Maybe some visualization, maybe a vision board, maybe some creative journaling, drawing, playing music if that's your thing. So yeah, Journey by Moonlight, and believe in magic is sort of, a little bit of a have faith, but it's also feeling a little bit like be creative, be imaginative, draw and write and sing and play and maybe read a book. Okay, we're currently reading Neil Gaiman's Fragile Things over at Terra Nouveau. I mean, if you're interested in some of the magic of Neil Gaiman, please come join us. Yeah, visualize. I'm getting a little bit of that from this card. A little bit of some creative pursuits. Journey in your mind. I'm also thinking about Keats. Much have I traveled in the realms of gold. And he's not talking about literal kingdoms of gold. He's talking about books. Sacred reading. There we go. There's another one. Sacred reading. If you haven't, like I said, I mentioned our book nook over at Terra Nouveau, but if there's some sacred reading that you want to be doing, anything where you're kind of using your imagination, or you feel inspired, or you feel, after you read it, you feel creative, pick that up. Travel, journey in your mind a little bit. And I think that's going to help that sort of transformation, help that sort of change. Also help pass the time, because again, if you feel fogged in and you feel like things aren't moving as fast as you like it to, sometimes that can be frustrating, and it helps to think about something else. Again, without losing the lesson of the present. All right, if you have any questions, comments, concerns about this reading, want to discuss it more, want to talk a little bit more about that full moon before we get to the new moon here in a couple of weeks. Actually, yes, this coming Sunday, so the 27th, I believe, is our new moon manifestation. So just a heads up about that. The actual new moon won't be until the 2nd of March, but as long as we catch it 3 days before or 3 days after, we're good as far as intention setting. So, questions, comments, concerns about the reading, the new moon circle, our book nook, anything else going on at the Terra Nouveau Lyceum, please ask. That's what we're here for. All right? I hope everyone's having a great week. I will talk to you all again soon. Bye for now.